I was trying to make a joke.
It has begun.
All right. So, I will describe a peculiar, brief moment you all have.
Jonathan,
I'll describe
mute when you're not talking.
Yeah, you make a lot of really weird ambient sounds. So, there's a brief silence in the whole entire fight. For a brief moment, it's as if, the adrenaline has run up to your head, and you all, in some way, notice in the far back of the line, you see an old man, very happy, dancing and enjoying this chaos. You see the peculiar, in this brief moment of time going slow, you see the clouds as red as they are and the blood falling down from the skies. All around you, you see men who have fallen being grabbed by hands from under the ground, pulling them into the soil itself. You see men screaming, men dying, warriors fighting each other, and the realization of your situation starts to become more apparent. And Lexington, you're immediately pulled off your horse and a man tries to stab you in the neck. Silence, you are in the front of, you've pushed through the enemy lines. You're a little too deep in enemy lines as you're slashing them all. The dwarf, your companion, he just revealed himself. Gonna go ahead and retcon him being naked. He's not. So the dwarf has joined the battle. And I believe 2 mages were delightfully corrupted. Beltram, you were horrifically corrupted. And the man you corrupted by the first the philological disturbance. The first one
basically.
of campaigns. Both of you are corrupted.
Yeah, you like turned him into Skeletor or something.
Yeah, you turned him into a mind flare before he died. But in the writhing agony you feel, you can see in the distance that there are clerics behind him. And they float towards him solemnly with their stoic masks, and they start to save him. You see him floating, and you see him writhing in agony again as he's brought back.
Wait,
and they slowly start floating backwards. I'm sorry, did we forget how death rules work? Someone can save you within a few rounds.
Yeah, but I turned him to ash.
No, John. Still alive.
Come on, I cast another 2 fireballs.
I believe that was your turn, actually. It's Silence's turn.
Oh, we're doing turns? Oh, we're doing turns?
Yeah, this is right now everything is come back to you. The fighting
what of all
is
this does Silence see? He sees all of it?
You are currently a little ahead of your army. So you can see in the distance that there's there's a golden mask. The general is writhing in pain and being taken away right now.
That's the wizard that Beltram was fighting. Okay.
Yes.
He's out of the fight. So Silence turns Morgan's turn around and rides back to Lexington. He sees Lexington's in danger. Okay. Is he able to make it to Lexington to pull him up on a horse?
Roll an agility check to see if you can make it through the enemies. Because normally it'd be just fine, but you are pushing through an army.
15.
You do make it. You absolutely successfully make it and trample a few people along the way, naturally.
Sorry.
You've arrived at Lexington. You see a man trying to shove a knife into his neck. And Lexington is holding him like that.
Silence.
As the knife is...
Do I have an action?
You do.
All right. Silence takes he takes his axe and he uses a mighty deed to attempt to shove his axe into the guy's spinal cord and then cause the guy to fly a good 30 feet into the direction of our army, remove his spinal cord, and remove the knife from Lexington's throat. So
Roll.
hold on, let me see
Go
my
ahead. Let's
die.
see if you hit the
It's been a while. Let me see what
poor
my
man at arms. Well, actually, he's not much of a man at arms. They're all wearing golden armor.
It is
So
a 1d7. So roll d7.
this is not quite the right song. Here we go.
He rolled a 5 for his deed. He will now add
All right.
5 to a 6, so his attack will be an 11, a plus 11. 24, not a crit.
Jesus Christ. And so it's almost effortless to you to shove that into that axe into his spine. You actually split his spine and go into his rib cage through his back. The guy immediately is like, and exactly what you say happens. You toss him back to your allies, right?
Mm-hmm.
You toss him back.
Instead of flying through the air, it doesn't really matter. He's not really paying attention. He's more concerned with Lexington, with saving Lexington.
This completely, the enemy is unable to do anything. He's shocked, and as he flies through the air, you can see his body twisting and contorting as he desperately tries to understand the situation before he falls on the ground. The Ravens, almost hilariously enough, they just go and move out of the way, and then go back in formation.
That's what he figured would happen. I use my second action, which would be an attack, but not an attack, to grab Lexington and shove and lift him up in the air and put him on the back of my horse.
Do it.
So do you want me to roll?
Yeah, roll to do that.
What should I roll? Strength feat?
Strength feat, yeah.
Okay, so he's got a +3 strength. Roll an 8. Can I do it as an action? Nah, this is like I already rolled. As an attack, he would, would be better. That would have been able to add
as an attack.
You want me to do it as an attack? That
you could. For next time, you could, I guess, use your blade and lift him up. As in a mighty deed or something like that, or a mighty deed to bring him up. I mean, that technically would have worked as a mighty deed.
Okay.
So, you know what? Fuck it, roll your mighty deed. Go ahead.
All right. So
why not?
My mighty deed would be 1d7, and then plus a 1d14. This is my second action. Okay, there's the 1d7. A 3.
All right, successful.
Roll 1d14 plus 3. I'm sorry, plus 6, 7. 8.
I think.
So,
actually, I don't think you really need to roll because that's a mighty deed in of itself. And if he is trying to be picked up, if he's willing to be picked up, that makes sense.
Okay, it would have been.
So yeah, no, that definitely works.
Yep.
Yeah, he wants to get picked up, so it happens.
So he lifts Lexington up, flings him around him, and throws him under the back of Morgenstern. Morgenstern is big enough to carry both, I think. So.
Oh yeah. So I believe that is
you lost your horse, Lexington. Where is your horse? I'll find it.
I think it died. Thanks for the save, though. This battle's getting chaotic more in a minute.
Where the hell's Beltram? We gotta find him.
I think he was fighting against the mage.
Right. Not my turn anymore, so I really can't do much. So I'm done.
Yep.
Am I still in the... I'm in the back, aren't I?
Yep.
We don't know that.
Yeah, you're pretty much... Yeah, you're behind everyone. You've been like...
We're in madness.
Yeah, that's what you've been doing. Yeah, you're behind the lines.
I wanted to know if I could say anything.
No, you can't. Dude, you can't even hear beyond the roars. Can't be on the roar of the soldiers and the clanking of shields and swords. So now
that's what I want to find out.
Now it is your turn, Lexington. You've just been taken onto Silence's horse, Morgenstern. What do you want to do now?
I tried to look for the slave master. Where is he at?
Roll an intelligence check. There's chaos in the battle, and it's not easy to identify anyone. If there's anything I've learned from historical battles, there's a reason why the leaders always survive. You can't identify them. So this is not going to be an easy roll. Was that your roll, 13?
Yeah.
You can't find him. Nope. You have no fucking idea where he is. All right.
In that case, Silence. Can you take me to the back of the line so I can get another steam?
Silence does like the barbarian in that video. When it's my turn, man. It's not my turn.
No, I approve.
Yeah, he starts writing.
That makes sense.
He starts writing him to the back, to where he requested it.
All right. So
that'll. You know, as Silence really enjoys writing Morgan's turn. It's like loving this shit.
So the Ravens, as they see you riding back, they move aside with their swords and shields, and you're able to make it to the back. And for the next turn, you'll have a horse already equipped. But that'll be the rest of your turn, though. Now for the beloved Beehat.
Beehat, yes.
Beehat. You are now a
campaign.
You forgot about Mordred?
We forgot.
How can you forget Mordred?
Here. That's awesome.
Mordred, he tickles your head a little. He's like, "Good, let's kill them. We need to kill them all. Every single last one of them." Lancelot's like, "This will be a very good battle to prove our ability to the nobles. Remind them who we are." So what do you do, Beehat?
Okay, so right now Beehat he's in the back as well?
Yeah, I'm going to imagine you in the back, because I'm not going to lie, I have no idea where you were. But I would imagine as a mage, you didn't run with the army.
He's probably going to hide somewhere in the back so no one can find him.
So you see Beehat. While you do that, you notice that Silence, and you saw the quick little event in the distance. Because Silence, you can freaking see him anywhere. He's not a normal human, so you can always see him. So you see him, save Lexington, and they come back, and you're able to speak to them if you want to. You guys can interact if you want.
With Beehat?
Oh, cool. So Beehat can talk to them.
Yes.
Beehat.
Beehat's in the back of the line where the horses are.
Who's the one?
Yeah.
Okay, so he can interact with Silence?
Yeah, he can, if he chooses to, he can interact with either of you.
Quick question. Why are we in the middle of this war again? I forgot.
So what happened was, out of nowhere, through a portal, a golden army came out and wanted to kill you. The gods, or the god in particular, Ares, wants you to defeat this army so that you leave this country weakened to cause a great war between two countries. So if you decimate this army, you'll start a whole new war between the neighboring country. But if you don't, they might kill you. So that's the situation.
Oh, kill or be killed. Got it.
Yeah.
So, Beehat walks over to Silence. What are we to do? This is insane. We've never gone against this many troops.
Mordred,
there was the vampires, but that was kind of a different story because they were all stuck in walls.
Mordred massages your head because he notices you're upset.
Silence is looking at
Well,
him. He turns to Lexington. He's impressed. Maybe I think this creature, this abomination, should be used to battle.
You hear Lancelot speak. Sir, we're not abominations. We are the epitome of what it is to be what we are. A bee and a beetle. Forgive me. A bee and a beetle. Yes, that I am a beetle.
Silence goes to Beehat. He's like, Bee Turban, whatever your name is. You know how to swim.
I cannot swim, but I will show you my abilities for Beehat if necessary.
Silas is making
protecting
pretend that the creature on top of Beehat's head is not talking to him. And he's talking to Beehat.
Well, I mean, I guess I could try. Why? You're not going to toss me in the water, aren't you? Are you? Because, wait, is there even water around here?
I got a feeling that you're a powerful wizard. And you can do something about that army we're fighting.
The Mordred speaks. Yes. Spells, do them. Show him your power. Do it.
Reaches out, grabs
grabs
Beehat by the chest, lifts him up, and throws him to the front of the line. Kill everybody.
Beehat, you witness a phenomenon beyond...
Not the exact front, behind like at least the first line.
What happens, Beehat, is beyond your comprehension. Mordred somehow is able to keep you suspended and gliding. He grabs onto your back and says, "This was exactly what I was thinking. Yes, he knows." And Lancelot's like, Good. If they get too close, I'll deal with them. Go ahead, Beehat. Show them power."
Why does this happen to me?
So you're gliding over the fuck. You are falling, but you're gliding instead.
You pull me away from the front. I don't want to get caught.
Oh, you're slowly heading towards the front.
You're gliding, so you can cast spells down at the people.
All right. So let's see. Cloak of Carfax, rope trick, sling strike, and drill prison.
Well, he's deciding. Can I talk to Lexington real quick?
Yes.
Lexington. Didn't you tell
Magic
me
missile.
we're supposed to not kill these people?
That is true, but that's hard with the hands going up and grabbing people.
But if we don't kill them, Ares will be mad. And if we do kill them, we create a big old war, right?
My idea is to maim them and put them in collars for literal treachery.
That sounds so much better. We need a wizard
Also,
to be able to do this. Where the hell is Beltram?
Beltram is he is within talking range if you want to speak to him. So 100%.
Beltram, you got no
go ahead.
spells that you can use to disable this whole goddamn army without killing everybody?
He looks at you. He's like, "Are you serious?"
Also, bear in mind, Beltram, you feel sick. You're weak.
Beltram,
You're very, very weak.
I can offer sacrifices to increase your power level. We have lots of prisoners.
And when have I ever wanted to sacrifice anything?
Damn it, wizard!
You
You gotta
feel,
start acting
Beltram.
like a damn wizard.
Beltram, you feel your liver get pinched. You feel a pain in your liver as you get pinched, and you hear sounds inside of you.
Ernest.
Do it.
Punch it.
Do it. You punch your liver? When you punch your
He
liver,
punches himself like shit. He punches himself and he says, "Shut up."
go ahead. Roll
It's gonna hurt a lot
fortitude
more, man.
save.
You really should read the
Yes,
the
roll a fortitude save.
You're making it worse.
Oh no. What the hell did I think of?
He got corrupted, remember? That was one of the corruptions.
He got first.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Yep.
Fortitude.
Silence goes, you're not looking too very good, Beltram. He takes a look under his hood. He's like, oh, Beltram, what the hell happened to you, man?
What was John? Can you remind me of the third corruption? Because I know one thing happened to your. You have a face on your back. You have furks in your stomach. What was the third one?
The third was I grow tentacles.
Oh wait, no, I remember. You have an eye in the back of your head. You have an eye in the back of your head. I remember. Yeah. The other guy grew tentacles. I know that for a fact. You don't have tentacles on your face. The other guy does. The other guy that you corrupted the shit out of as well. So, you who thought yourself clever to punch yourself didn't quite understand the ability that this creature had, and you feel it starts to squeeze, and you feel pure visceral agony as your organs feel like they're about to burst. You fall on the ground. You cannot speak. You cannot do anything for this whole round. For the next round, yeah, you're completely fucked. the creature within you will not allow you to do anything for the next round. You're full. You're incomprehensible. So he's kind of screaming on the ground right now. All right. Anything else?
He starts
Damn, you gotta do
screaming
something about that heartburn, man.
for boiling water.
Damn, you gotta do something about that heartburn, man. What the hell?
Actually, this is like pain beyond comprehension. You can't think. This is a reaction.
You're real hard in the gut, and you're in the middle of faith.
Yeah, you have no idea what's going on beyond the pain. You failed the fortitude save.
John, read the second book of the Dying Earth, you'll understand.
Yeah, no, same thing happens to Scoob. All right.
That is why he's the last magician.
All right. So now you So now it's the enemy's turn. So what happens is you notice that the enemies are visibly attempting to retreat.
Hold on. What about the magic missile I was going to cast with Beehat?
Oh shit! Roll it, motherfucker.
Also, great. Now I gotta hold on. So here's the thing with magic missile for Beehat. On page 113, number 38, it's whimsical patron.
Oh no. Yeah, no worries. Is it the one where let's see, 137 you said? No. What page was it?
113. Hold on. Magic missile. Yeah, page 113, number 38, whimsical patron.
Ah.
So he's there. He's like, "Oh, great big queen, grants me power!" As he starts firing, tries to.
So your whimsical patron does not do what it does here. You feel an overwhelming urge to start singing beautifully. You feel that your patron desires that you sing, and that you sing for the duration of the spell. Perhaps a little longer. You feel that you sense like looking at you, wanting you to sing.
Oh, big queen, whistles for me. Oh God.
So as you fucking cast your spell,
I want to note this for MVP award at the end of this game. That song, that 10 seconds of singing is worth 4 XP. I mean, to me, if I were DMing.
So you see a black and yellow ball of light. Just where are you aiming this at, by the way? Just the army, right?
Actually, can he tell any people of like any healers, mages?
If you look towards the back, you can see them. Yes, you see healers and mages, but they're effectively defending who is the wounded man. You see a bunch of men like this with golden masks that depict silent men, stoic-looking men. They're all like this.
Does Beehat know that the guy on the floor is in command?
Intelligence check.
Oh, I was gonna say. All right. Let's see. Beehat, my friend, what do you know?
I think this is the most relevant moment with Beehat ever. I don't think there's ever been a moment where he was actually useful until right now.
Beehat, you see a lot of pretty-looking people over there, and they look like they might be important. But bear in mind, everyone looks very pretty. But those are people at the very end are very, very pretty. They look expensive. You think in your mind, that's expensive.
Think, let me blow it up. So he fires at them.
You see a black and yellow ball of fucking light going straight at them. Give me give me the page for this, and you can roll with a +6 for magic missile.
Wow. Page 144.
And I mean +6 to additional whatever you're doing.
Let me see. Beehat's level is 2. Okay. So. 44. Featured magic missile. General caster hurls magic missiles on knife enemy.
You don't need to read it. Just cast. So +6 plus your original caster thing. All right,
17.
17. Let's see. So a black and yellow ball is formed around your hands. You hear buzzing and bees, and they hear the chirping of trees. I mean, the chirping of birds, and you hear the sounds of trees rustling. And then a zoom as it fires forward at the poor bastards down there. All right, so let's see. So roll. What's your level, Beehat?
2.
Roll 1d6 plus 2.
Okay.
Sorry, 2d6. 2d6 actually.
D6.
Yes. The Stoic Golden Mages, the Stoic Golden Clerics are like this, and they notice you, and they appear to be threatened at first. They're like, and then they put their hands up, and they effectively block the majority of your damage, but you still see marks of magic scorching on their armor as they return to their position, and they keep backing up with their leader.
That's a very cool
Now,
Malazan-esque image.
He also says he's like, get me back to the back as soon as you can. I think that is important.
So, when you say that, right now, you notice that Mordred isn't speaking at all. It sounds like he's really fucking struggling. Really struggling. So Lancelot speaks. You're such a modest warrior. A modest hero. You don't need to pretend around us. We know that you itch for battle and glory. No worries. We will take you right to the center of it all.
We gotta get Silence. I think he needs to know about this.
Oh, how noble you are to pretend that you don't know. Oh, it brings a tear to my eye. Oh, I am so honored to work with this glorious warrior.
We need to win.
We
I
are
think
going
that's
to...
important. If we could tell the others, they might be able to do more.
They're
Tell the
already
others
doing
get into more battle.
Do not worry, I will be your eyes, and I see them working their good works over there. I think the mage was about to cast, but I think he might have been killed. I only see him on the ground now. So, on to Beltram's turn. You're screaming in agony on the floor. You don't know what's going on. Silence, your turn again.
Silence goes to Beltram. Beltram.
Oh, you're muted.
Silence goes to Beltram. Beltram. I need you to nod for me. If I find the biggest, strongest warrior on that side, and I gut him for you, and I do it in the name of your spell, will you use some of that energy to cast something to get rid of this army?
You need to...
What is Beltram doing?
Beltram is screaming on the ground, grabbing
All right.
his...
Yeah, right. Silence is like right next to him, looking at him. Yeah, right. Yeah, gotcha.
So Beltram, if you want to make any attempt... Are you actually trying to listen? Because he has to do a will check just to hear you.
I will do the will check.
Neither cares whether you hear him, nor does he have any interest. Whether Silence heard what he wanted to hear. He's like, all right, I'm gonna kill the greatest warrior, and you get that power. All right, you understand? All right, good. Nod if you understand. Yep, you're nodding. He rides off to find the greatest warrior he can find.
Whoops! I kind of goofed it up. It's Beltram's turn. It's about to be your turn, Silent. Sorry.
Okay.
So a massive portal opens up by the stoic clerics, and they open up a portal, and they start going through, and this only the general is able to get out in time. Right now, there's the rest of the army trying to get out, and there's 2 stoic sentinels, golden sentinels, waiting there with their plain expressions, the golden masks. So right now, the rest of the army is trying to get into the portal as they're slowly backing up. The ones in the back are desperately sprinting. The rest of them are holding a line for their brothers.
Well, they seem to be.
It's now your turn.
They seem to be leaving. So I don't think we need to kill them. Do we, Lexington?
Lexington? What are you saying? I don't hear you. You don't have any sound. But I don't see any mute.
Sound.
Yeah, you're not even muted. What did you do?
He clicked on something and he killed the sound. He's done this before.
Yeah. Close Discord and open it again. Just close Discord and open it again.
He clicked on something and he killed the sound. He's done this before. And the last time I had to do an entire go back. An entire system restored. Goofball doesn't know what he clicks.
Wandering hands. Fix your video so we can see you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, fix your video. Now.
Hold on, it's like taking a while to load for some reason.
You can still speak.
Yes, you can.
Alright. Now it's on. They attacked us once, they'll probably attack us again. We need to capture as many of them as possible.
Silence yells out to the ravens, catch as many of these bloody cowards as you can.
In response, you hear a roar and a slamming of shields.
Go get them. Everything you get is yours. All the spoils belong to you. Just don't kill them. As many alive as you can. So he's looking around for the biggest warrior that he can engage and kill. For Beltram. So Beltram has some kind of magic. So Beltram can do something to try and stop the army from escaping.
You see, in the very front of the line, you see a man that looks similar to what a centurion might look, with a big old row of feathers or whatever, a row of fur right there, red fur. It's in the front, and he is whooping fucking ass as he's
he rides to where the guy can see him. He has Morgenstern do a fucking rear on his back or like lightning behind him, and he roars as loud as possible and use a mighty deed to get that guy's attention. Sound good?
Yeah, sounds good. That's how you use a mighty deed, goddammit.
4. It's a success.
Felix from New Jersey, that is a success. That is a success.
So, want me to roll a d20?
No, that's a success. That's a success of a mighty deed. I'm fine with that. Okay. He notices you. He definitely notices you. Like he slams one of your fucking soldiers down with his shield. He has a tower shield, but it has different insignia. It's not Roman. He slams one of your soldiers down. He looks at you, and fucking slams his blade at him, and then moves on to the next one.
Silence. He rides Morgenstern to within 20 yards of the guy, then whispers something to the horse to stay back. Gets off, and beckons the fellow toward him.
He notices this. And you can't see his face because he has like a golden mask on like some of the other soldiers. The other soldiers have golden helmets, but you can see at least some of their face. He has a mask over his face that looks like a sly, insulting smile. And he looks at you, and he starts walking over. He swaggers over to you. Whoever gets close enough, he smashes away. He just keeps walking over to you. And then he slams his shield and does this.
Silence does. He doesn't have a shield, so he's like... he slams it to his chest. His big ass axe.
Right.
His big ass axe, and then goes... That's a funny version of it. He does a Doc Holliday version of it, like, I'm your Huckleberry.
The Centaurian, he notices that you don't have a shield, but you have a big axe. He has just a normal sword, so he then throws away his sword. His shield, and he rushes you. He's gonna attack first. Then is that all right?
Noble fella. Yeah, of course.
He dives in like this and attempts to stab you right in the neck. That is his glorious attempt. Let's see. He rolls. Let's see. Here we go. This is his attempt to hit you. Does that hit?
That hits.
All right. So here is going to be his damage with his sword. 10 damage.
Okay. Silence tanks it. That's good, buddy.
So
good hit. He got a big smile on his face.
So when he hits you, he doesn't quite hit your neck. He slashes your shoulder, and then he immediately he does a quick pirouette and moves back, and he has his weapon ready. He's kind of the soldier's starting to move away from you as they see that there's some sort of duel happening, and he starts moving around you like this with his the little smile on his golden helmet as he moves around.
Silence gives him a grin. And he touches the blood a little, licks it, smiles as he does it, and he starts circling him. He's going to do his first lead attack. He's considering trying to disarm him, but he says, nah, this is too much fun. He's going to do a normal attack. Basically, he's going to leap up in the air, scream at the top of his lungs, make sure there's enough lightning behind him so it looks cool, and bring his axe down the middle of this guy's head.
Nice.
Nothing special.
Go for it.
No cool little moves. He's not going to do any form of disarming this guy because he respects him. And he wants to do this like this, so it's a proper sacrifice to Ares and to John. So it's a +2. I failed the D, which I'm not doing any D because I'm using it for bonus. So it's going to be a 6 + 2. An 8. 13. That's not do shit.
When you go down, he almost breaks his guard, making you look like he wants it, and then he just slams it away, and he is prepared to slash you again. But we go on to Lexington.
No, but I have a second
you have a second move? Okay. So he just slams it away and goes like this. He's ready to move again. Go ahead.
So Silence, as the guy tries to move away, Silence attempts to slash the dude's legs underneath him, not to cripple him, but to stop the fucking dancing. So at least knock down his agility by a point or two, but stop the guy dancing too much. He has to weaken him. So the first roll. This is the deed. Three. So
successful.
Now he has a 9. 20.
That's definitely a hit.
Yeah, he does.
So,
hold on. Damage is for Silence. It's a +3 axe, plus the deed, so it's a +9 damage, and the axe is a two-handed axe. I do not have the axe's damage here. What's the damage of a two-handed axe?
A moment here, I'll check. I believe it might be a D12, actually.
10 or D12?
I think it might be a D12, because it's a war axe, I think. Different from a longsword.
I didn't bring the book.
No worries, I'm right here. No, it's just a... Wait. I think that's the... Lance is a D12. So it's going to be a D10. It's a D10.
Yes, I remembered. D10. 14 damage.
14 damage? When you slam his feet and you take him off his feet, and you see his beautiful red cape fly up in the air, and you realize that it's not a red cape, it's a white cape. covered in fucking blood. He slams on the ground really hard, and you've broken one of his shin armors. And he looks up at you, and he still has his sword up. He's still up.
He lets him get up. He's not trying to cripple him. He's just trying to slow it down. Get up. He backs off, lets him get up.
He slowly gets up, and he notices this, of course, and he nods, and he starts spinning his sword, and he sees that he has to take this a little more seriously. But you can tell that really fucked him up. He's walking a little slower. He's not going to be doing any pirouettes or any sort of fucking quick movements.
Chanting. He's like Ares. He's trying to get Ares' attention, and then Beltram, Felnox, Riggs. So he's saying the three names of John. And
so
he's saying Beltram. He's trying to send this guy's life energy towards Beltram.
So when you say this, he then stops, and you hear laughter coming out of his mask. Ares doesn't serve you. Ares serves us, heretic. You will not say his name again.
That's where you're wrong, boy. Ares doesn't serve us, we serve him.
Ah. So you do. You've adopted our customs then, for that was a test. Good. One of us will meet him tonight. Let us see who. And as he says that, then we go to Lexington. Lexington, you see all this in the distance. You are at the back of the line on your horse, sitting, ready to go.
All right. I tried to rally a couple of the troops to gather them to flank the formation that's trying to block the Ravens from capturing the rest.
What do you mean the formation that's trying to cap? Oh, you mean the formation?
Yeah.
So as you ride up to that formation, you realize that there's actually a thin column of soldiers that are holding the line and letting everyone else go. And they are actively sacrificing their lives so the rest of them can leave. And you've noticed that none of them, it seems that very few of them are able to be restrained, because at no point does any of them surrender. Not one of them surrenders. Every single one of them is fighting to the death. And they have to be actively disarmed, knocked out, and held down.
Last stand of the 300.
Yeah, I mean, I just watched bits and pieces of that. So, what do? You move in and you start breaking that line?
Yeah.
All right, roll personality.
Oh, snap. John's going to be inspiring people today.
You're leading people, asshole. Let's see if you can do it properly.
Yeah. Not sure if I could, but let's see if I can.
You do not say that. You say you will, and you can.
There's your actions, and then there's their actions. Your leadership will decide whether they're successful or not, and your actions will decide whether you're successful.
Oh, shit.
Holy fuck. You are perfect in your cohesion. Everyone understands what's going on, and everyone follows you. With T, others understand what's going on, and a few of them divert from their line and go to the other line. And you see some soldiers that were running away turn back around and rush you. But you've effectively destroyed a good chunk of their line, and they're desperately trying to plug it. Now, as for your actions, roll an attack roll your highest attack to see how much you do.
Nice.
Alright.
Choking coffee.
Give me a sec to check the attack.
How far is Beltram from the... Well, I'll find out later.
Oh yeah, you're at the back of the line, dude. You're not getting anywhere without a fucking horse.
Beehat's got ideas.
Beehat's in the sky, yeah. He's next.
I can send Morgenstern back to get Beltram.
I got 18.
An 18?
Yeah.
You effectively break the left side of their line, and it is broken, and you're able to rush after the ones that are fleeing. only about maybe 25% of them have left. There's 25% that are holding the line, and there's another 50% in between running away, and there's another 50% that are actively trying to run away. You have access to the 50% now if you want.
Mm.
So that is going to be your turn. Beehat, you are soaring in the sky gleefully, and you hear the sounds of a bee on your back, desperately trying to hold you. You need to lose weight, champion. Lose weight, so heavy. And Baron, I'm fairly certain that Beehat's a fucking twig, so this is very funny.
Pretty much.
Can't carry you. And Lancelot's like, no worries. We'll be successful. So what do you do?
As they're bringing him down to the ground, he casts Choking Cloud.
All right.
Mercurial magic for Choking Cloud. Worms of the Earth, page 113, number 71.
Thank you. 113. What portion of the army are you firing at? Are you firing at the fleeing portion, or are you firing at the portion that's holding the line?
He wants to put it at the ones attacking our lines. In fact, he asked for the bee to like hover him over them as he casts the Choking Cloud on top of them.
You actually, what's happening is this is a controlled glide. The bee cannot stop. The bee has no control. You're still falling. It's just slower. What was the number, by the way?
The mercurial? The mercurial magic is number 71.
Number 71. All right.
So he tells the bee, get him over past the front line as much as possible before they touch down, because he's going to cast the Choking Cloud right there.
All right. So the bee is already taking you in that direction, and the bee has little control of where you're going. You can either go kind of left, kind of right, forward. The bee is struggling to keep you up and might drop you.
He's gonna keep going forward, and he's gonna, once he's at the point that he knows when he casts a spell he's gonna be over the enemy, that's when he's gonna do it.
Just to clarify, if you cast it, when you cast it upon the enemies that are right in the front holding the line, you are gonna hit allies. Without a doubt, you're hitting those allies. They're too close to each other. There's no way you're gonna miss them. No way.
All right. In that case, instead of casting Choking Cloud,
because right now they're all like interlocked right now.
He's gonna ask the bee to just drop him behind the front lines, and then he's gonna cast Rope Work.
Okay. This is gonna be a fun little roll for me. The bee is able to do this successfully and lets you down, but the bee is completely exhausted and then flies and sits on the ground somewhere. You realize that there are soldiers that see you and are now actively running after you because you are behind enemy lines, not behind your lines. There are a few soldiers that have broken off and are not the ones holding the lines, the ones that are fleeing. Some of them were paying attention and they saw you.
So even if I cast Choking Cloud, I'm still going to get my troops.
If you're aiming at the guys that are fleeing, you're okay. But if you're aiming at the armies that are too literally mixed together, then you're going to hit allies. I mean, unless there's give me the page of the spell. Unless you're able to control it to a thin area, I don't think you're gonna hit allies.
Choking Cloud is page 134.
134. Let me check, because I'm fairly certain you're going to be hitting allies. Because it's a cloud. I mean, that's how clouds work. Okay. Alright, depending on what you rolled, you're able to choose a single or multiple targets. So go ahead, if you want to roll, you might be able to get a few targets, but either way, you're not going to be able to. I don't think you're going to be able to. If you roll really high, you won't be able to effectively use this because it's a 20-foot radius as a circle. You're going to have to use the edge of that cloud to hit some of the enemy army. That's if you want to ensure that you're not hurting allies. And if you roll low, you can use like 4 individual clouds to or how many ever, yeah, up to 1d4 small individual clouds. So you can go ahead and roll if you want.
All right.
Bear in mind, you are now actively, there are people rushing you.
Yep. No, I am aware. So he's gonna basically cast Choking Cloud. He's gonna cast it in his area, try to get as many people coming after him and whoever's fleeing as he can.
All right.
He's just trying to cause this.
You're trying to attack people coming after you, right? So you're aiming towards the fleeing people, and some of them that are coming after you.
Yeah. He's gonna try to use as much of the cloud to defend himself as he can.
All right.
And then he's just gonna like use the rest to hit whoever he can without hitting allies.
Roll.
He's basically just trying to cause havoc. That's it.
Go ahead, roll.
Yeah, no, I was about to roll a d6. Hold on.
Alrighty.
Hold on. Sorry.
Your first roll was still goofed, though.
Yeah.
You only get a +1? John, you only get a +1?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, John. You already did roll. And the roll is right there. It's a 9. The first one. You done goofed. Your spell farts.
Okay, fine.
It farts. I'm sorry, John. A big old fart. So now, on to the enemies. I'm going to go ahead and roll this. 3 soldiers have noticed you. So, they're going to rush after you. And they notice that they notice the peculiarity of your appearance. And they're rushing to kill you. You see, the first guy comes after you. And as he raises his sword to attack you, you see a most entertaining sight. A bee slams into his fucking face and starts trying to claw out his eyes. And you see from that bee that something flew off the bee. And you see that Lancelot's flying off the bee, and he's jumped onto the other person. And now he's attempting to kill that person too. He's like, "Foul creature! Die!" He's effectively poking his head. Tiny splurts of blood are coming out, but it's no more than a mild irritation. And you see that the bee is attempting to claw out that person's eyes out. Lancelot isn't going to do anything with the first turn, but the bee is ripping that person's face apart. Horrific. And it's enjoying it. You can hear it laughing in its weird tone. The last guy, though, has not been stopped by any sort of bee-related enemies. He comes after you and attempts to kill you. This is his roll to hit. Does he hit you? John? Does he hit you? Are you there?
John?
Buddy? You're muted.
Yeah, that's a hit.
The fucking hit? Alright, well, you take
armor class 10.
What are you? What are you? You fucking actually make a real DCC character? You take 2 damage.
What?
You gotta throw some chainmail on Beehat for the next battle.
Oh, actually, let me roll for Lancelot, see how successful he is. He's able to stave off the person and irritate them for now. So you live through that. So, 50% of the enemies now turns to 25%. 25% are gone. And it is 15% of the enemies are still alive as you're fighting them. And maybe 5% have been been captured. So you're fighting 15%, and 25% are still fleeing. And now it's your turn. Beltram, the creature inside you finally lets up and leaves you alone. You feel it letting you go, and it takes you a moment to realize that the fucking agony has stopped. You feel whispers inside you. You hear sounds and clicking, but you don't quite understand what's going on or what it's supposed to mean. It's whatever's inside you seems very etched. You are now conscious and aware of your actions.
So, they don't want me to kill anyone. So
Lexington and everyone else is already gone, so you're by yourself. You have to make your own choices. As I've said, there's 15% holding the line, and 25% are still attempting to flee.
Here we go. So he's going to cast. He's still at the back, right?
Yeah, you are at the very fucking back, dude.
Okay. He's. Yeah, he's basically just gonna keep casting Fireball.
All right. Where are you aiming
He's
at?
gonna. Whoever I can hit without catching our allies.
You're gonna have to hit the soldiers with their backs turned fleeing.
That's fine.
All right. Roll. Also, they are very far away, so we'll see if your spell can reach them.
Fireball.
Yes.
Hey, if it works, it works. By the way, can I actually see the healers who are healing the guy I was fighting?
Oh no, they've left first, dude. They were gone first. Everyone else is fleeing.
We're trying to capture them, not burn them to a crisp. Just saying.
There are implications to using this. Yes, it can kill a lot of people, but in Beltram's defense, whoever's still alive, he will be yelling out to them, "Stop or die."
They won't be able to hear you unless you walk up to them. There's so much sound.
When the entire battlefield erupts, well, we'll see what happens.
If there's one person that can do a running fireball, it's one of them.
Beltram, you're casting Fireball now?
Yeah, why?
All right, here we go. That is success. Give me the page.
And he did it.
All right.
What did he blow up?
By the way,
Shadow, where are you firing at?
He's firing at the fleeing people with their backs turned. Very heroic.
Page 216. And we all know what this Mercuro magic does.
So you notice as you're casting the spell, you notice a weird fellow smiling right next to you. This is very entertaining. I've been watching you in agony, and now you're awake again.
Germans!
Casting
We have Germans!
This is wonderful. I imagine that is going to be another fireball. Yes. And you notice it's the German slaver. You don't see any blood on him, and you have an idea that he hasn't fought at all. He's just been watching the whole fight. He hasn't done a damn thing. He's been in the back hanging out. So, you cast it, and what page was it again? Oh, here we go, I'm on it. And you have done 21. Let's see. Yep, 120 feet will do it. 46, John, 46. So, the fireball erupts, and you hear the moaning of women going across the battlefield, and you see ravens going like... you see a lot of them are very confused about this again. Some people are confused, at least the ravens in the back of the line that haven't gotten to the front. They're not right there in the middle. Those are the confused ones. The other ones can't hear anything because they're in the bloodlust. And you hear the moaning of women pleasuring until it hits the people that die. And the people that die, the last thing they hear is a woman being pleasured. And then, zoom, flames. 25% has been now made into about 20%.
Okay, the silence sees this.
Actually, no.
The silence sees this senseless destruction of life. To him and the guy he's fighting, do we see it?
The 15%, yeah. So you guys are right in the middle of it, and then you guys, you hear it, you're like, the man, he doesn't break his stance, and he looks, he's like, what is
what
this?
He sees in Silence's face is utter irritation. Alright, why don't we do this? Why don't I get your phone number and we finish this another day and you take care of your people? I'm gonna go slap someone for casting when he was supposed to wait for me until I killed you. Sound good? He lowered his weapon.
What is this? What do you mean?
I was gonna kill you.
You know I will kill you.
But the person who I wanted to sacrifice you to just did that. And I'm not very happy with what it did. So why don't you go take care of your people and get your phone number and you and I finish this duel another day.
I don't know what you were mean by phone number.
Okay, when you see this axe in this face, we'll do this another time. Sound good? You're worthy.
He puts his sword on his, he moves his sword like this. Very well.
He does the same thing, go take care of your people. He turns around and calls Morgan's turn over to him and rides back to Beltram.
The soldier moves to the back and he shoves. He doesn't actually kill anyone as he goes back. He smacks him over the head. And he smacks him aside. And he gets back to his soldiers. You see some people back away from him, noticing he's fucking kicking ass. And then he stands in the line again. He looks at the soldiers beside him, his golden army. He's like, and they start running. He's taking a whole part of the line by himself.
Okay,
holding.
and Silence is commanding his ravens to back off. That's what he's.
The raven.
To let these guys go.
So roll a personality to see if it is successful. Because right now the things are getting very heated.
The way, after casting the first spell,
you technically are able to cast again.
No, Tyler. Roll 6. The madness of battle. Oh.
The chaos is a little too intense, and there is still fighting.
He gets on Morgan's turn and rides back to Beltram.
Just for reference, Beltram's making his way to the front.
You could perhaps do a mighty deed as, like, I don't know, a dragon war, but I didn't say that at the end. No.
Okay, he rides up to the highest point, does a mighty deed, and tries to command the army to stop fighting. the left go.
All right, do it. Let's see how loud this roar is, because this could be pretty interesting.
Roll a 4. It's over a deed, but not super high.
Roll a hit. Roll the actual dice. Let's see how high we go.
Add my personality to it?
With all the bonuses. No, all your weapon bonuses. So as you bring your blade up in the air instinctively and you roar, and you can feel like the crack of thunder of a red lightning hitting the blade itself. The whole army stops, everyone stops. And the rain stops itself. They all hear you. Everyone starts backing away from each other because they can't divert your eyes from you. So everyone, they hear you to cease combat, and everyone slowly backs away from each other, uneasy. The rain eventually slowly trickles to a stop.
He rides back to Beltram and he yells out to Beltram, "We serve the same God as these people. We've been tricked into fighting each other."
Well, he meets Beltram halfway there, because Beltram was already making his way to the front, or at least part of the way there. And he tells him, he's like, well, I didn't know. I wanted to just blow up a few more so we can
scare them into stopping.
I understand. You should have waited. I would have killed that guy. Where the hell is Lexington?
Lexington, actually, he was pushing the line, but Lexington, do you ignore silence and keep pushing after hearing that?
Of course he does. He's like,
Actually,
I tried to figure out what the army is doing when that happens.
everyone was just ordered to cease. The chaotic cursed blade made its work known.
Like, no one else is pushing.
No, they're all shocked. They're all like...
Oh, shit. I tried to go back and see what went wrong. And go back.
So the Golden Army, they retrieve what men they can. They gather who they can, and they even some of the wounded they take back. But though you have captured at least 7% of them.
that's good enough. Silence is that's
So,
we call what we need to
now,
do. These are great. These are warriors. These are not reavers or nothing.
Now,
Silence
Lexington.
Silence is trying to talk to Lexington and Beltram. These are
Right.
great warriors we were fighting. These were not reavers or pedophiles like the other ones we were fighting. Okay.
No, they were merely financed by pedophile.
All right. But you see, they serve Aerie. You understand?
Yes. And they are being commanded by someone who was financed by pedophile.
We killed a pedophile, man. He's dead.
That we killed the pedophile, but the person that commands that army was paid by the pedophile.
All right. Then they're running. We caught 7% of them. We don't need to kill anymore. They can go back home to their families. That's enough.
Okay. Fine.
Beltram's like, I'm fine with this.
Thank you, Beltram. Where's the goddamn Beehat?
And Beehat. Where's Beehat?
Beehat,
Beehat,
in the confusion of everything, the Bee nor Lancelot heard this, and they fucking killed the person they were on. So
sounds about right.
The last person did flee, but you don't know what happened, but you're covered in blood. The Bee's covered in blood, and so is Lancelot covered in blood. You look like you've killed people. You might have killed some people.
I see you blooded yourself, Bee Mittens. And he slaps him on the shoulder. Really hard.
Lexington goes to the 7% that were captured, and he tries to find someone who looks like he's in charge.
You find that most of the soldiers that are captured have been knocked out, as they do nothing but resist. You see that one of them that has been captured is being actively held down, and the Ravens have been waiting for you. This one right here, he's a bastard. Go ahead, Lexington, talk to him. Interrogate this bastard. Get all you need to know out of him.
I gave commands to loot every last one of them and to get their money from these guys. So they should all be naked. So, in the pajamas.
Go ahead.
All right. Who in the living hells sent you?
The soldier, he was really agitated and moving around until he heard that. And then he looks at you, he's like, who we work for?
I mean, who sent you?
Are you serious? You just wiped a whole city off the map, and you didn't think the king would come for you? You think we just...
Correction. The city was already in ruin. It was a festering hole of crime and corruption.
You think We let people destroy the cities of Tyrannos without any sort of recompense? Not only that, but you hold mages within your midst. You hold heretics.
Silence walks over to him. He wants to join in.
Beehat kind of hides behind Silence. Silence is like the biggest thing with a massive axe. Beltram just doesn't care.
You have committed treason, Lexington. You have destroyed one of our cities.
Let me be clear. Let me be absolutely.
1 second, Lexington. You are not doing the proper, correct way of negotiating with the enemy. He punches the guy as hard as he can. So, like, hard, man. Like, enough to knock, like, 5 teeth out. And he says, now that he's a little easier to talk to, you can talk to him. Go ahead, Lexington.
Let me make this absolutely clear. I would execute the majority of you if it wasn't for the fact that I was given explicit orders to spare all of you.
Yeah.
Even before you attacked me.
Yeah. We're not surprised, Lexington. You've always been a battle. We know about your family. Now that you've done this, you are a traitor.
Let me put it for you to hear it simple, boy. I was attacked first by the city boy.
You think
now
that gives you the right to destroy a whole city of Tyrannos? What kind of sick psychopath are you?
Let me put it like this. There is already undead in the city. There was already...
Idol of Madness behind him. Idol of Madness behind him.
Go ahead.
There was already undead in the city. There was already mutilations and giant graft, whatever that crap, in the city.
And what proof is there of that? Lexington. Ashfell.
Why are you arguing with the hell? Get the information we need from him. I'll gut him if you need to. We can sacrifice him to Ares, and then tell me where this king is.
Where's the slave master?
You see the slave master sitting there. He's like, you're such a touchy person. I would have ripped his fingers off by now. That would have been very fun. He would have been very grumpy.
Hey, your college make him talk.
My collars, well,
walks over. I can make him talk.
Oh, I like this mage right here. He likes to kill people. I like him. All right, let the mage go first.
If you take that hood off, you can make him talk.
Let me guess. That's your heretical mage. I bet he's the one that's done most of this, hasn't he? He's destroyed most of the city, hasn't he?
Which leg do you like more, the right or the left?
Do either one. I love my country and I'll die for it. Nothing you do will change a damn thing.
Wait, you arguing about the fact we're using a mage?
Wait.
Mages have been outlawed.
The city was already using mages.
Hold on a second. Hold on. You, buddy. What's your rank?
I'm a captain.
You're a captain. These are your men here? He points at the ones I would use captain with.
Yes. Go ahead, do what you like to them. They're just as the same as me. We all love our country. We'd rather die to your hands than help you destroy it. We're the Golden Army, God damn it.
All right, put the collar on him.
No, I will not do that. No. This a mage wants to torture him. I love mages. Just do it. Torture him. I want to see what the magic does to him. This is going to be fantastic.
I walk over to Beltram, and I go to Beltram. I bring him aside, whisper to Beltram, don't torture him. Torture one of his boys. Torture the one that looks like he cares the most about. He folds his
All right. I was just going to burn his leg off with burning hands. I mean, he cauterizes and
His whispers,
takes
he
it
doesn't
off.
care about his own life. He might care about his people's lives.
All right, so he walks over, pulls out a dagger. Tell me, what do you think about this person?
You know what I think about that person? He died when he got captured. Just like I did.
Can we put the fucking collar on these crazy men?
Oh
Hold
no,
on,
I
I
want
got
to
an
see the
idea.
mage! I want to see the mage. Have you seen what he does? Lexington, you cannot say that you do not approve. It's a mage.
I would approve if I thought that it would be effective.
You don't trust the Beltram? He's a mage. He might be able to turn. I don't know. He might. I've heard legends of what these mages can do. He could turn one of them into Octopus Man. Give them like a face of a ghoul or something. Something worse than that. Nothing I can do that's that bad.
Honestly, I was just going to burn their limbs off until these talk.
So what are you going to do then?
But he kind of like starts running a knife into the guy's shoulder, make him scream a little bit.
What exactly
So when
do we want out of this guy first before we continue? Why are we torturing this guy? I mean, I'm all for torturing anyone. But, I mean,
To see who sent him.
he just said it. The fucking king said it.
Oh no, Lexington doesn't believe us. He wants to justify his actions. Don't you know him, White Lizard? Don't you know him? The kingdom doesn't like him. His family felt ashamed for a reason.
Let me put it like this. Just to make it absolutely clear. If it is the king, if it is so much, let me put it like this. I was already sent to death to the Forbidden City. So,
You've gone mad. You're going to the Forbidden City.
I was on my way to the Forbidden City. But, considering that you so want me to believe that it was indeed the king, and perhaps if I'm sent to death already, but you guys keep on dragging along, and it appears that you want me dead for certain, well, why not I just do the warlord thing and take over Tyrannos?
Lexington, you think you matter so much. You think that the world revolves around you, don't you? We didn't know that you were here until our spies told us. After you destroyed the city. You started this. You're no special. You're no more special than this Caligus. And Caligus has already been dealt with. The king is already dealing with him.
Now you see, those are answers. Color them up.
Oh, that is such a shame. I want to. Oh, well, very well. Okay, I will call them up. He pulls off a few collars off of some slaves, and you notice when the collars were removed from the slaves, you see blood splurting out and they die. And a few slaves die, and he pulls out the collars. What a shame! What a shame! But they will do wonderfully
Move the
for
mic
us.
a little closer to your mouth.
They will do wonderfully for us. And he collars up the damn the soldiers, the golden soldiers. You notice most of them are disgusted. They hate this. Of course. You need to bring us down lower than you to feel better, don't you? Don't worry, the Silver Army is around.
Fresh bodies. Silence. Normally, I'll just take what I get and go towards whatever enemy is facing me. But considering it's a king, I'll ask first.
I never killed.
Do you want to wage a war against a king?
I never killed before. What do you think, Beltram?
Trying to make me think that this wasn't the plan all along, Lexington.
No, it wasn't.
Can we shut up the hell?
God. Oh no, I could do this very easily. Let me show you. It's a scientific procedure. He kicks him over the head. See, very scientific. Very scientific. I've developed this over years.
Beltram, what do you think? We're gonna kill a king?
Honestly, I don't. Out of game really quick. They are referring to the emperor emperor of the lands, basically.
Yeah, the current king.
Yeah.
Is
Yes,
that
you know.
You hear that,
Yeah,
Beltram?
I
Go
mean,
get your
Beltram
girl.
is like, no. So Beltram looks at you. He's like, listen, I'm not too thrilled with this whole scenario.
I ain't too thrilled with it either. Normally, I would be headed to the Forbidden City. But
Oh, me, I love this shit.
considering that they have dealt with a close family member, it seems my attentions need to go elsewhere.
So, Beltram, what are we doing?
So, I mean, if we try to talk to the emperor, it's probably not going to go well after this whole scenario.
We could talk.
We're going to try to wage war with the king.
We already waged war with the king. You ain't figured it out yet? That's what this guy is saying. The king sent them to kill us.
Yes.
We're already in, man. We jumped into the deep end of the pool. We gotta finish it.
Beehat comes out from behind silence.
One of the soldiers that's still awake, he speaks. Why are you doing this, Lexington? What's made you turn on your own people? Wealth? You've had enough of us, haven't you? So, some sort of madness. He tries to whisper so that only Lexington can hear him. Has the mage controlled you? It must be the mage.
What sort of madness? The madness of I was already heading towards where my ancestors left off to the Forbidden City. Now, however, how does one call to action what the king has done?
It's simple, Lexington. You destroyed a city blindly. And you claim that there's things that were wrong with the city, but there's no evidence. What evidence do you have? You destroyed a city. It's nothing to be taken lightly.
Silence, do you still have that arm?
I don't need to show a prisoner an arm. But yeah, go ahead, bring it here. And after we show him this, we can clamp his goddamn mouth shut. These are prisoners, they got
Pretty much.
So, what do you show him exactly?
I don't know what I mean, he says I had some kind of arm.
Is it the arm of the person? Or the legs of the guy? I mean, actually...
it was either an arm or... he cut off both the arms and the legs.
It was actually the legs you just cut off.
Oh.
I didn't keep him.
You didn't keep him.
Right.
Actually, later on, the character came back to life as an armor and reattached his armor together. The legs are actually somewhere in the forest. Also, that's an arm and a leg. I mean, it's a leg, so it's...
So...
You don't need to prove anything to a prisoner. He punches the prisoner. and walks away from them.
Hold on, before you punch him, really quick, he's talking about that place we burned down because they were like pedophiles and all those crazy people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Beltram looks at him, he's like, look, I know you don't like me. That's fine.
But I'm not... Lexington, I won't talk to this thing. He burned our brothers.
He kidnapped your princess, you dipstick.
Oh, yes.
We went in,
We rescued her, got away from them, and then burned the city to the ground for what they did. I'd do it again.
You... Where is she? You fiends! You savage! He's now
Alias
incomprehensible.
Medinius had her in custody. As a sort of emergency token. But since you have dealt with him, things have gone to the extreme.
You idiot! What do you think dealt with means? You think it means death? I don't believe this. Caligus has been dealt with. He is with the Empire. Clearly, you've taken the princess. You try to slander his name because you had some connection with him. You have the princess. Where is she? Give her to me! You savage! He's gone insane. He is
Okay,
now...
call her that guy.
He's already called her. Should I do the electric shocks? I love the electric shocks. Let's do the electric shocks. He starts shocking them. Oh, this is wonderful. Let me just make a little blind roll here.
Okay, Silence, let's make sure the next time there's a battle, we do not let these guys escape.
The guy kept electric shocking that one guy so much that he accidentally killed the guy that you were talking to. Oh, that was a mistake. I'm very sorry. It's just too much fun. That was... All right. I won't do that again. I'm sorry.
Why exactly are we conquering this entire kingdom, Lexington?
Well, let me put it like this. They're going to chase us to the ends of the earth.
Yeah, but why...
Would you like to be chased to the ends of the earth?
Never mind.
Beehat hears this. He's like, no!
As for me, I have a reputation to behold.
The guy was fighting, he wasn't that bad. He was a great warrior. So I don't know if everyone that we could be fighting is worth killing.
Probably not. In my case, I have a reputation to behold. And while it's smushed completely to the ground,
perhaps you could
I will
an envoy to the king and try and sue for some measure of peace. So we go to your forbidden city and go back to the original quest instead of turning this into we gotta conquer the world thing.
We could try that.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't want to...
But we will need a bargaining chip.
Bargaining chip?
I have no idea.
Man, I killed you figured that out.
And bear in mind, just to clarify, every single soldier that was awake heard the fact you said that you kidnapped the princess.
Yeah, where's the princess? You got her somewhere, Beltram?
There's a few that were asleep because they were unconscious. Bear that in mind.
I went out of my way. I did everything I could to free her from those numbnuts that kidnapped her.
All right.
And
it looks like we have
help her get away.
Our quest spelled out for us. We gotta go rescue your princess. We can use her as a hostage, then send an envoy to the king and sue for peace.
First off, you already know I'm not gonna.
Why am I the only reasonable one here?
Yeah, no. We are not using her as a bargaining chip.
Beltram, you feel something bump into your back. When you turn around to look at it, you see an old man smiling at you, blind old man. He does this.
Oh, great. I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
Hands. Hands. Hands.
Wait, you want me to cast somebody?
We're now kind of like our own little empire. We use her as a bargaining chip, and then to sue for peace, the king marries her to one of us. See how that works?
Just to say this out of character, please note that the guy is crazy.
Who?
Okay.
Lexington.
No, John.
We all know.
We all know you're fucking crazy, Jonathan. So, you mentioned hers. So,
Yeah.
You understand, Beltram? This is a way you can finally get that poontang. See, we find her, we rescue her, you bang her, whatever, with 3 eyeballs, and we sue for peace. The king marries her to you, or Lexington, and then it's all over, and then we can go back to forbidden cities and mind flayers and witches.
The old man is still in front of you, requesting your hands.
That
By the
old
way,
man has to tell
Beltram.
us what a princess
Fine.
is. Put your hand in her
Beltram
hand.
gives him his hands.
You give him your hands. Beltram disappears instantly. He looks over to he disappears instantly. Just poof. He looks over to he stumbles over to you, Lexington.
What is this? What's going on?
Silence.
Grabs Lexington's arm and puts his hand into the old man.
He disappears instantly. Silence.
Grabs
You're
Beehat
the
and does the same thing.
Silence. Since you're the only one that's out of conversation, you realize that for some reason everything stopped moving. Time had frozen when the old man bumped into Beltram.
Alright. So he does the same thing with Beehat. He makes sure Beehat. Wait, hold on, Beehat.
Because Beehat wouldn't go.
Yeah, Beltram, Beehat disappears as well, and then it's finally
German
you.
guy.
And then the German guy, the German guy is frozen. So you have to touch him to when you look over the German guy, the old man's like, yeah. And the German guy's like, what? I'm is frozen. Ah. This is interesting, yeah. It disappears.
And now Silence gives his hand. We're bringing the German guy.
So, everyone else, you're currently you feel as if your body is all right. Yeah, let's just take a 5-minute break for piss. Yeah,
All right.
because I got to pee too.
Me too. Yeah.
Thank you. Relax, dog.
My little choking gas that I was hoping to use.
Ready, it's going. We're unpaused.
All right. So the rest of you feel as if you are on a. You feel unconscious. You feel like you just regained consciousness from a long sleep. This is everyone except Silence. The rest of you feel like you're on a boat, moving. Like there's no light when you open your eyes, but you feel like you're on a boat moving somewhere. As for you, Silence.
The best way to begin a new quest is to have a crazy old man take your hand. It's fucking awesome. There's no better way. We should just do that every time. A crazy old man comes and takes your hand. That's it.
So the rest of you.
I look around and are we on Earth? Are we on Grindex?
This applies for everyone except you. You immediately wake up in a realm with more flames, and except it's not as intensely bright as it was before. You're in like a darker sector of this realm where Ares seems to reside. You see in the distance, you can see Ares looks gargantuan on a throne. It seems like there's a whole realm that you're within. When you examine the area around you, you look like you're in some sort of Roman. You're next to a Roman shrine and Roman construction around you, and you eventually see Bellona looking at you with her helmet and the piercing darkness underneath her helmet. She has again short raven hair that peeks out of her helmet as she looks at you disapprovingly.
You wanted me to kill all those people?
Ares is very happy with this. You've given him something he needs. Where she directs you, it's just over the cliff, so when you step over to look, you see that every single dead man is now alive again in his realm. And it seems like some sort of army that has been built. And it looks like they're being equipped with they have different armor, but you can recognize some of their faces in the distance. Some of them are the ravens, and some of them are the other soldiers.
So this is where you're taking all the dead. Who are you invading, Bellona? If you don't mind me asking, my goddess.
Ares has decided to send you on some sort of test somewhere beyond this place. As for your question, well, there is forces at work quite beyond our understanding, or rather your understanding. You can't see through the sky. We can. This is for that. As for you, Ares is wasting his time on you. The opportunity I will lead you to. She walks over, and she is a little taller, like she's like maybe, taller than normal. Maybe 10 feet? It seems like she's taller than she was before. So she leads you down this path, and there's a little Roman sidewalk. And it goes into this mountain. And when you step out of the mountain, you see there's a riverboat on a sea of a black sea within this kind of red landscape. You see that there's flames in the distance, but the flames are very, very far away. And you see all your companions are on this boat. We are taking you to a dying place. Within this place, you'll find something that will help you. And will help Ares. If you don't do what I expect you to do with it, I expect you to fail. Moreover, I don't expect you to live.
Bellona,
But
I'm going to surprise you by failing spectacularly. Don't you worry. So spectacularly that you'll be happy with it, and I'll still be alive. Don't worry.
well, you may prove it. You feel like something sucking you in, and you feel like this place is getting farther and farther away from you. Your vision grows darker, and you feel yourself on this boat as well. And eventually, all of you see light burst in. Except it's not the light that you are accustomed to with a beautiful yellow sun. It is a red sun, high above your head, and you just landed in the dock of Saskatoon. I believe it is the dock of Saskatoon. Actually, I think it might be the place with you, Canoe. Let me double check, but you've just landed in the dock of this new place. And you see the old man at the dock. He's like, he's kind of just dancing upon the wooden pieces of the very destroyed dock that you've landed upon. The planks are falling apart, and it doesn't look very safe at all. So you have now landed within the dying earth, within Saskatoon. And you are all now awake. You hear one final whisper of Bologna in your ear. To the witch's eye. The Galilean will take you. Or the Callian will take you. And that is the last word you hear from her. You are currently inside. You're now just outside the city of Saskatoon. It's a wondrous city that looks nothing like any city you've ever seen before. Its architecture is foreign. Everything is foreign. The people look like they look mostly human.
I say, where the hell have you brought us to now, Beltram?
You're asking me?
Of
course he's asking you. You are the one that did this, are you not?
You took his
You
hand,
possessed
and after
the
that,
old man.
The old man was asking for my hands.
You
I was
alright, Beltram.
I look towards the water. What color is it?
It is, I believe, black as the night.
It is redonkulous.
Oh, shit.
Actually, it is, sorry, it's not black as the night. It is actually red, just like the sky above you.
You know where we're at, don't you?
No, is it like water red, or like there's something wrong with it red?
No, as in like the reflection of the sky on the water makes it appear kind of red. But it's very difficult to see deeper in the water, if you're asking that. You can't see below, underneath the water at all, even though you should be in shallow water, because you're at the dock. You can't see deep at all. There's nothing there. It's piercing. There is a deep darkness underneath the water.
Alright, so where are we, and how did we arrive here?
Beltram took the hand of the old man. The old man is a representative of the goddamn Greek gods, and he can do all sorts of weird things. He's probably one of the Greek gods. And he sent Beltram here, and then after that he sent you here. Then after that he sent other people here. And then I chatted with Bologna, and she told me that we're here to find something. Of an artifact that Ares, or whatever it is he planted.
When you see in the corner of your eye, you see the old man talking to some person. He's not really talking, it's more like one person's talking to him. And you see that he's been given something. You hear the talking, and it looks like this person's trying to sell something to the old man.
Is it a raptor selling spices?
No, it's a person. It's a person. Sorry. Alright, so what do you guys do?
I get off the boat.
I get off the boat too.
Alright, Lexington, roll luck.
Oh, God.
It's a bad dock, man.
Give me a second.
Oh boy. Man, this is just getting better and better.
Just luck, man. You almost fall in, but you don't. Silence, you should roll too. And Beltram, if you're getting off the boat, you gotta roll as well.
Check.
Yeah, luck check.
That is the crappiest stuff I've said before. Now.
You fall in the water immediately. Your weight is overwhelming to the poor old wooden planks. You fall into the water, and you feel, once you go into this water, you can't see your hands. You can't see anything under the water. It's piercing. You, for some reason, you don't have much fear because you're silent. You feel like there's something that's rushing towards you from behind. It's not, you don't know. You just feel that there's something coming for you. Up until the point, the water isn't
Go
that
your
deep.
hands, apparently.
You touched, when you fell all the way down, you dipped and you touched the ground, the bottom of it, and then you went back up. So it's at least maybe like 15 feet.
Okay, so something.
But you still feel something. You don't know, but you feel it. There's some itching feeling, like your back stands up. The hairs on your back stand up. If you had hair on the back.
Yeah, he reaches over to the dock and tries to pull himself up.
It doesn't take any effort. The feeling immediately leaves once you stop touching the wall.
Okay, so I'm on the dock. I made it to the dock.
Yeah, after that, there's no other occurrence of this.
So he turns around, he's
Unless
looking
you
at the
touch-
water, studying it. Can I get anything from an
There's-
intelligence check?
Nope, there's no indication, even with an intelligence check.
Okay, what is the water like?
Beltram tries to make his way across.
Can you see through it?
Nope. No, it's piercing. It's the surface of it appears light red, but deeper, you can see that you can't see. It's black. There's a blackness in the water. John, you're just fine. If anything else, for some reason, you avoid all this.
We're in a
Okay,
whimsical-
so Beehat looks to Silence. Goes, if I fall in, can you pull me out?
Yeah, I got you, Beehat. So he just reaches over and grabs Beehat and puts him on the dock.
Oh, even
All right, so he doesn't have a roll. He's good.
Oh, thank you. I've just been going through so much with this crazy journey.
Is he hugging
All right, now.
Is he hugging Silence?
No, but that actually would have been a good idea.
Silence just
Yeah,
pats him on the
sorry.
back. It's all right, Beehat. You found someone who doesn't hate
The German immediately falls in. He immediately falls in, like
Ah,
he,
God
he,
damn it.
and then he pulls himself out. He's like, "Oh, these waters feel very nice. It's like something's in there, you know. I can't see nothing. I kind of. He jumps in again once he comes out. He stays there for a little while, underwater for a little while, and he comes back. Guys, these waters, I bet you they're cursed. Beltram must have done it. He brought us to cursed lands. That is what it is. He's a wizard.
Maybe he get out of the water then, German. He reaches over, grabs the German, and puts him on the dock. The waters are cursed. I don't think
Well, I
it's a
don't have-
friendly place. We need to. It's kind of whimsical. We need to find this artifact that we're looking for. Get the hell out of here. Old man.
Well, you see that the old man is holding like multiple bags. He's like, yeah.
Are you carrying
And you
our
see
luggage?
that-
What is this?
It's not luggage. You see that these bags contain various things. And you see that there's someone behind him really pissed off, swearing him off. He's like, "You stupid old fuck! I'm selling you this, not giving it to you for free. Where? Give me some coin here. Oi, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? You with this old fuck? You with him? Oi, I'm running a decent business. Drugs, the finest drugs. I even got some from lizards. I got some from every walk of life. This old man said he wanted to buy it all. All right. When are you going to pay me then, since this is your old man? Well, are you?
So what is it that you grabbed?
Well, the old man decided to buy just about everything I had. He said
And
he
what
wanted
is
one of
everything
everything.
you have?
Well, let me look over my inventory. Just tell you what I got. here we go. Starting off, first and foremost, he wanted a wee bit of alcohol, some of the good stuff, and some 5-year-old wine. Not the best, but it's all right. Cocaine, ecstasy, heroin, LSD, magic mushrooms, meth, marijuana, much more too. I sold him some. He said that he wanted to be pretty too. Sold him beauty beer. Anyhow, give me some money, and we'll all be all good. How about let's say maybe 400 Torsons? 400 Torsons. 400 Torsons will do.
I shove Lexington.
How much is a gold coin in this here?
This right here is our account. You'll take care of it.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad. All right, 400 Torsons, lad.
How much is a gold coin in exchange of this place?
Gold coin. Lad. Let me see that. Let me see the gold coin you got. Come on.
I gave him 1 gold coin.
What is this made out of? Is it really made out of gold? You actually made this out of gold?
Yes.
It's about half a Turson.
Alright, so 400. Yeah, we don't have enough to pay.
Am I gonna have to talk to the guards then? Or just give me back what I'm due then? Or we have to talk to the guards?
Beltram looks at the old man. He's like, give him his stuff. Do we really need that?
The old man doesn't notice you because he's wandering off into the city.
Oh, great.
Okay, how about this?
Beehat whispers for silence.
How about this? I give you 20 gold now for compensation. Temporarily.
It's worth 400 Tursons.
Is he lying about Tursons?
I'm saying temporarily. And then later on, once we acquire the funds, we will compensate you for the...
All right, by your logic, fine, we'll say it like this. I'll take 100 Tursons right now, or 200 of your gold coins, and then you meet me later on, and we'll talk about this. Because I'm sure perhaps you need to go to your bank accounts, all the accounts with your investors and all that, whatever you noblemen do, or whatever. Actually, are you really a nobleman?
Yes, I am.
All right. Now, I'm sure you need to go talk to your accountants and the other peoples to get the rest of your coins. That's all right. So, 100 Tursons would do.
All right. He takes 200 gold coins. And may I ask you, where exactly is what are we looking for again, Silence?
I don't know. An artifact. We were sent here to find something.
A ship. You're looking for a ship called the Callion.
The Callion. Who told us?
Well,
can you tell us where
Bologna.
the Callion?
Bologna whispered in your ear and said that.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear it. All right. We're looking for
We're just going to say Callion. Callion? Why do you want that low-class shit?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, if you want to ride in about the shittiest ship there is, then yeah. But wait a second. You crazy bastards aren't trying to go to the Witch's Isle, are you? Because the Callion likes to pass by there a lot. A lot of crazy, dumb sons of bitches have been trying to go there, too. People die over and over again.
That sounds about right.
Well, we've been sent here by others, so yeah.
That sounds about like the right place we need to go to.
All right. Well, suppose that'll do then. Yep. The Callion, just go straight down the dock to your right. Forward about maybe 400 paces. You'll be there. I know some of the crew members. Not good people. Stay away from them. But if you're going to the Witch's Isle, then you're going to love them, I'm sure. His eyes look at each one of you. He's like, well, good doing business with you. He starts walking away. And And then the second he goes into a crowd, he sprints. He's gone.
Alright, then.
But you want to bet a Turson isn't worth 2 gold.
I know.
Turson.
I'm pretty damn sure that whatever he spends it on is going to create a ruckus.
Which will draw more attention to us.
Actually, he'll tell me the value of the damn thing.
What are you talking about? We're inconspicuous. We look like just like everybody else here. Let's go. The big lizard man walks you guys into the crowd. Let's go find McCallion.
So once you guys start walking down the path, you see that the old man's on the floor and he looks unconscious, and all the spices and all the drugs are gone.
All the spices. I think he got mugged by a velociraptor.
All the drugs are gone.
He got mugged
Probably
by a
the same
velociraptor.
guy who stole your money.
We're going out in a second, man. In a second.
You see a little girl with bright red hair. She's like, bad person that way. They beat up old man. They steal his cabbage. And you see wherever she pointed, there's no sign of anyone going that way. But it is a city, so.
So we're gonna go avenge the old man first. Lexington. Well, why am I asking?
Actually, we're looking for a ship. Who's carrying the old man?
I feel like I told him on my back. But he got robbed, and they took something from him.
Yes, they took drugs.
Those are our drugs, man. Beltram, what do you think? We're gonna leave the old man unavenged and keep going. We don't do side quests anymore. I mean, this group is all about side quests. All we've done is the side quests.
Pretty much.
First, we meet with the ship, and then we check with the local population.
Oh, brother. I think we go to the ship first. How far away is the ship? Can we tell?
You've only gone like 20 paces out of 400.
Oh, that's not that far. 400 paces is close. Alright, let's go to the ship and then we'll find it. Let's go. Go towards the ship.
Alright.
For silence.
So you make your way over toward
go find
the
the
ship.
guy, but
You guys see that the culture and everything is very peculiar. Everyone looks very weird, and they have very flamboyant clothing, but some of them look like they're wearing hats with 3 different rims and 3 different tops. It's very peculiar.
Oh, boy.
And you keep searching around, and you keep making your way over, and you see different shop peddlers, and then eventually one really old person that looks really disgusting. He's like, hey, you folks look like you might want some good stuff. I'm selling marijuana. 2 tertians. 2 tertians for any of my store. What you want?
Everybody here sells drugs, man. What the fuck are we?
by any chance,
very poor location.
Quick question: the bags
Let's
that guy has.
ready, and then we can explore the opportunities of these drugs.
Yes, explore opportunities. Yes.
Beltram looks at the bags. Do they look like the bags the old man was holding?
No. Dude, this guy's bags are barely held together.
You're checking to see if this guy's robbed from the old man.
Yeah, because I would have knocked him out right there.
So, eventually, you pass by some shops of certain repute. They look a little higher quality, though not that much, because you do appear to be in a very low-class area. You see some interesting, very peculiar clothing of various bright colors. You see an armor and a weaponsmith, and perhaps a general store as well. Would you attempt to enter any of these? Or keep going?
Do we need to buy anything?
I don't, but do you need anything?
You need anything for your magical spells, Beltram? You need something for that eyeball in the back of your head?
I'm good.
No Visine? Sure, no Visine for your eyeball?
I'm good.
It's gonna get dry back there.
No one keep an eye out for a ruckus about gold. Because I don't think they have gold here.
Beltram, when you look away from the clothing store, you feel a pinch inside your liver. The pinching doesn't stop until you look back over to the clothing store.
What the?
Clothing store.
Let's go to the clothing store.
Like you need new clothes, Beltram. Is that what's going on here?
No, it's whatever's
pajamas
inside
you've been
you.
wearing this whole fucking time.
Bergs, he pretty much every time you look at a certain object, he pokes you until you find the right object. And he's put you in a different, very peculiar, flamboyant outfit that you purchase if you allow him to.
What money?
Now, the whole entire outfit will cost about 50 tersons.
What?
The outfit, the tailor's like, well, that's what it costs, la. Just go ahead and 50
I'll
tersons.
remind you, Beltram, we do not know the actual value of the gold here.
What? Where do you go? Let me see. For God's sake, all the different currencies. Let me see what it is.
Don't pick up anything.
You don't pick up anything?
I muttered to myself, I don't have money. Back off.
You feel another, except a little more intense pinch. Instead of the gentle pinches, you feel a more intense pinch. And you see the tailor's right there.
Physical reaction to these pinches?
Yes, he flinches.
Yeah.
He flinches every time the pinches are really intense, which this one was.
If it's money you need, we can just trade the gold that we got for Terson. Right?
What is this gold you guys are talking about? I'll take a look.
We have an army.
Ah, an army.
No, I'm not telling him. I told Beltram that.
Oh, sorry. So, the tailor waits there.
You're not going to let me get out of here without this, are you?
You don't feel a pinch, but for some reason, you feel like you might be right there.
First pats.
Oh, come on.
Breaking perks.
Great. Let's see.
I've heard so actually wants some
I
nice
actually do have
things.
gold. Look at that. This is one of my old. I actually do have some gold. I show. I tell the guy, how much is a terson if you convert it to gold?
Let me see how much your coins are. Let me see the weight of it. It might not be that much of a difference.
I show him one.
Hi.
May I hold it? Yeah, I know. About to finish it.
He gives him the one coin.
It's about the right way. It's about the equal weight of a terson, so yeah. Your gold should be okay for tersons.
You said it was how much?
About the same amount as a terson.
Oh, I meant for everything.
50 tersons.
So he gives him 50 gold.
So you get the wonderful flamboyant outfit, and John, you look fabulous. You look wondrous. You look kind of like a wayfarer. You guys. So you guys.
You hear him mutter to the parasite.
What? The parasite pinches you hard when you say that.
Part of this rumor is going to end up killing each other. You what?
Yeah, it's first, man. He's a temperamental asshole.
Yeah.
The biggest asshole you ever meet.
Yeah. Be glad he's not working for Yukonu.
Oh gosh. Oh.
Yeah. So you guys, nothing else is done, right? You go straight to the boat after that?
Lexington is still like trying to look for like what that guy did with the gold cords, but he's not seen a ruckus, so I guess he leaves it.
Yeah. So you guys step out, and the world is shocked by the beauty of Beltram. We'll end it there.
Beltram is a wayfarer. No. Beltram's a wayfarer.
Oh
Stop the
boy.
video.
He looks very flamboyant.